Hey guys, Buff the Game Bat today, bringing you a video for our weapon blueprint series, and today we're going to be covering a pack from Season 5 of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, that being the Shadow Pack, or the Tracer Pack Shadow, that covering basically a Shadow Company bundle, essentially, for different weapons. So we'll look at this bundle here. You see it available in store for 1,600 COD points. What we get with this is the Shadow Realm Assault Rifle for the CR56 AMAX, or the IWI Ace. We also have the Banisher submachine gun for the H&K MP5, the Smoke Shroud calling card, and the From the Mist emblem. So let's go ahead and back out and we'll take a look at this weapon build. So you can see the final design here for the Ace. What we'll do is we'll look at these, we'll build them from the base weapons and just compare the blueprints, and then we'll get into some gameplay for the weapons. So if I back out and we take a look at the CR56 AMAX, what we'll do is go ahead and strip this thing down to base. And here's the base AMAX with the blueprint, the Shadow Realm. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and build this. We're going to go ahead and put on the Zodiac S440 barrel on this weapon. And what this is going to do is give us the damage at range, the bullet velocity, the recoil control, the cons being the aim down sight speed, and the movement speed. So we'll go ahead and select that. And first you can see the default, the Enigma versus the Shadow Realm. So definitely some differences to the handguard there, which is pretty interesting. So we'll select that. Next up for the optic, we're going to want to select the Solo Zero Optics Mini Reflex Sight. So this is just going to be a standard red dot sight. Give us precision sight picture. The cons are the ADS speed. So we'll go ahead and select that. For the stock option, we're going to want the CR56 EXO. This is going to help with the aim walking movement speed and the aim down sight speed, with the cons being the aiming stability. So we'll go ahead and put that on again. You can see the base versus the Shadow Realm is just going to be a darker variant of the butt stock. No other cosmetic changes, so we'll select that. Skip out on the perks, as we don't really have anything special here anyways to put on. As well as the rear grips, we'll also skip this. For the ammunition, we're going to want that 45-round magazine of the 7.62 by 39mm Russian round. That'll increase our magazine capacity by 15 rounds. The cons here are the ADS speed and the movement speed. So we'll go ahead and select that. And first off, you can see the magazine differences there. And then for the underbarrel, we're going to go ahead and do the Merc foregrip. So I've covered this build in specifically for Warzone, and you note that the Merc foregrip is going to give you the best recoil control, in my opinion. This will give you the recoil control and the hipfire accuracy. The cons are the aim walking movement speed and the aim down sight speed. And then you can see the cosmetic changes to the Merc foregrip. You actually have a really interesting looking Merc foregrip here with this change, which is really nice to see these kind of cosmetic changes to the attachments. So we'll go ahead and put that on. This is our final design for the CR56 AMAX build. Let's go ahead now, we'll back out and we'll look at our Banisher MP5 blueprint. So as this thing loads, you can see here the Banisher MP5. We'll go ahead and strip it down to base for the base MP5 with the Banisher. And for the barrel attachment, we're going to want the FSS Light. That'll give us the ADS speed and the bullet velocity. And again, you can see the differences for the default versus the Banisher. It's just a darker variation of the attachment. Skip out on the laser as well as the optic. Then for the stock option, we're going to want the collapse stock option for the ADS speed and the movement speed. The cons being the aiming stability and the recoil control. So you can see there, cosmetic changes the base versus the Banisher. We'll go ahead and select that. And then for the other attachments, we're going to want the grip. We're going to go with the stippled grip tape. That's going to give you the ADS speed and the sprint to fire speed. The cons are the aiming stability. So we'll go ahead and put that on. Ammunition, we're going to convert this to the MP510 utilizing the 10mm auto rounds. And this is going to give us a 30-round magazine. The pros are the damage and the range. The cons are the fire rate and the recoil control. However, you're going from 9x19 Parabellum to 10mm auto, converting this effectively from an MP5 to an MP510. And then for the underbarrel attachment, we're going to want to go with the Commando foregrip. This will give us the recoil stabilization and the aiming stability. The cons are the movement speed. So you can see just a darker variation of the attachment once again if we go ahead and select that. And this is our MP510. Pretty cool blueprint. It goes along with something like the heat cycle. We have the sling attachment there on the left-hand side of the weapon, which looks really good on the MP5. I do like these particular blueprints for this weapon. So let's go ahead. Let's back out really quickly. I'm going to just build these weapons from the base variants of the weapons not utilizing the blueprints. So if we look at the AMAX here, we'll go ahead and just put on the same attachments so we can go ahead and convert them. And what we'll do is just compare, just so you guys can see the cosmetic changes for this weapon. So we'll go ahead and put these on. That's our AMAX build. And then for the overkill, we'll go ahead and select a base MP5 variant. And we'll go ahead and put on those same attachments with the FFS Light. We'll go ahead and do the collapse stock, the stipple grip, 10mm auto, and the commando. So let's go ahead and back out now. So we'll start with our blueprints for the tracer bundle that we're covering here with the IWI Ace and the Banisher MP510. And what I'll do is go down to this M13 class, and you can see the cosmetic changes. So here's our blueprint bundle that we're covering here today. And then if I go down, you can see the same attachments of the weapons. So here's the blueprint bundle. Now that it's loaded, now that's the blueprints versus the base variants. So you can see some cosmetic changes as I swap back and forth here. Nothing major. You obviously have darker variants or darker just base camouflages of the weapon to fit with the shadow pack. The major changes I would say are with you hit the gold trigger as well as magazine releases. Charge a handle on some of these, as well as the other one would be with the CR56 AMAX. You have changes mainly to the handguard. It looks slightly different. And the Merc foregrip. And then obviously you have the small cosmetic changes for the magazine and the grip as well with that grip tape on there. So that is our bundles. Let's take a look at what this looks like with the camouflages selected. So if I go ahead and put on any camouflage, you can see how it looks on these. It actually covers the entirety of the handguard, whereas the base variant still has that issue with the handguard. And then if we look at the MP5 quickly, we'll go ahead and put this on, and you can see the same. So it looks pretty good. Definitely interesting bundles here that I was happy I was able to get my hands on. If you go ahead here and jump into the gameplay for these weapons, you can see I'm just going to be utilizing these on, I believe the map was Gunrunner. Also, really quick, right before we jump into this, I just want to back out and show you the operator that I'm running with this. Because this is a Shadow Pack bundle, we're going to be running Marcus Lurch Ortega here, the Shadow Company leader. And what I'll be doing here is running his Ignition operator skin, which was part of a bundle that just came out, I want to say last month. I'll try and link that down below, or you can just check out on the channel for the Blueprint series. If we go ahead and zoom in on that, you can see really nice looking operator skin. Fits these weapons perfectly. Definitely fits the Shadow Pack Tracer bundle very well. So go ahead now, backing out, and we'll jump into the gameplay here with these weapons. And again, you can see these, just utilizing them on the Gunrunner map against bots. Just trying to play with them as we would want to use these weapons. So I'll use the MP510 for close quarters, as well as the CR56 AMAX for anything medium to long ranges. And they perform really well. Definitely big fans of these weapons. For the price of the bundle itself, I think it's definitely a good deal. Mainly if you don't have a lot of these attachments unlocked. Maybe you're a newer player, or you don't play much and you happen to see this in your shop. And this is a good way to get really good variants or builds of these weapons without having to level them up fully. So if that's definitely an option, I'm not sure I would recommend spending the money on these unless you're a fan of the Tracer and the dismemberment parts of these bundles. There's not major cosmetic changes that I would particularly like to see with a lot of the blueprints, but hopefully that's something that we've covered a lot on this channel. Hopefully that's something they fix going forward into Modern Warfare 2, is really taking advantage of utilizing blueprints to make major cosmetic changes. But let me know down below what you guys think of this bundle overall. Are you a fan of the bundle? Do you think they did a good job with this bundle itself? Or would you maybe have liked to see a little bit more with this bundle? Also, like I've been saying with a lot of these blueprint series that I've been coming up with here lately, is these are all bundles that I'm getting out of the store that are currently rotating back in for me. So a lot of these I missed, obviously, when they first came out. And I'm looking every day in the Modern Warfare store to see these, because mainly I'm looking for things like Agent Orange and some of the SAS packs, things like that I really missed and I wanted to get my hands on. But in doing so, I'm finding good bundles here from Modern Warfare that I also missed out, that I definitely feel comfortable spending my money on to support Modern Warfare. I'm not a big fan of any of the Cold War bundles right now. So I'd rather vote my wallet and spend the money on the Modern Warfare content. Hopefully they'll give us the RAL LMG as well as the CX-9, the Scorpion Evo SMG here coming up soon, because I think everyone's really wanting some more Modern Warfare content. I personally am pretty over a lot of the Cold War content that's been coming out. There's just a lot of odd content that really doesn't fit the niche of what I was looking for in Modern Warfare and Warzone, with that kind of that more Milsim-esque type tactical shooter that the game was marketed as, and really was kind of, for the most part, maintained that up until the Cold War integration. So hopefully they go ahead and adjust that going forward at some point. But let me know down below what you guys think. What kind of blueprint bundles are you still trying to get your hands on in the shop? I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys with a gameplay. Let me know down below what you guys think. Like I said, what bundles do you want to see return to shop? What new bundles would you hope to see? Maybe we can get lucky and get a mini battle pass for Modern Warfare here at some point, hopefully, because we do know those new weapons from Modern Warfare are supposed to be still coming. Just a matter of when they're going to be coming. So let me know down below. Till next time, this is Buffner Gaming with the Shadow Tracer Pack. Till next time, Buffner Gaming. Out.
Smoke! Drop that ass! Mag change!
Ready to deploy.
Got a kill! Target marked! Cleared hot!
Course 133 non-station.